Welcome to NHD's Home Theater Tune-Up. For the next 12 minutes, you will see a series of patterns that will enable you to set up your HD TV. Before you begin to make any adjustments to your television, make sure that your room is dimly lit and that there is no glare from external lights on your screen. Also, make sure that your TV has had a few minutes to warm up. NHD Brightness Setup. Use this screen to set your HD TV's brightness, or black level. You have approximately 2 minutes to complete this setup. First, access the contrast control through your television's menu. Set the contrast control to its midpoint. You must do this before adjusting brightness. Now access the brightness control. Turn your brightness control all the way down. After you do this, you should see fewer than 4 rings on the screen. Now, steadily increase the brightness control until the 4th and outermost ring just becomes visible. When you hit this point, stop adjusting the brightness control. You may need to lower or raise the settings slightly until you find the exact point where the 4th ring becomes visible. NHD Contrast Setup. This screen will help you optimize the contrast level on your HD TV. You have 2 minutes to complete this setup. Access the contrast control through your television's menu now. Set your contrast control to its lowest level. The image on the screen contains 11 differently shaded areas. Slowly increase the contrast level until all 11 areas become distinctly visible and balanced. At this point, your contrast should be set properly. NHD Color Setup. Use this screen to set your HD TV's color level. Color is sometimes referred to as chroma. You have 2 minutes to complete this setup. To accurately set up the color level on your HD TV, your set needs a blue-only switch or you need a blue gel filter. If these tools are not available, here is an easy way to set up your color level. Before you adjust your TV's color level, it is best to have the tint control set to its midpoint. Tint is also referred to as hue or color phase. Access the tint control through your TV's menu and make sure that it is set to its midpoint before proceeding. Now access the color or chroma control. Starting from the control's midpoint, adjust your color level until yellow and magenta look correct according to the following parameters. First, locate the yellow ring, second from the InHD logo between gray and cyan. This ring should be a true yellow, like a banana or a lemon. It should not have an orange or green tint. Next, locate the magenta ring. It's the fifth from the center between green and red. This ring should not be too red or too purple. Adjust your color control to a balanced point where both yellow and magenta look best. If you are unsure about what looks correct, it is probably safest to set the color control to the midpoint. InHD Convergence Setup. If you have a projection monitor or a CRT television with the ability to adjust the individual color components, you can set up your convergence using this pattern. Precisely aligned components will create clean white lines with no color bleeding. If the white crosshairs on this black screen appear to have red, blue, or green coloring, your television requires adjustment. Consult the documentation that comes with your HD TV for details on making this adjustment. InHD Overscan Setup. Use this screen to determine how much video signal your TV is displaying. Some HD TVs allow you to adjust the scan. You can use the hash marks provided to adjust your scan or the amount and position of video you will see. You should be able to count the same number of bars on each side of the screen. Consult the documentation that comes with your HD TV for details on making any necessary adjustments. InHD 5.1 Audio Setup. If you have a 5.1 surround system and it is currently turned on and set to the proper mode, you will hear audio through each of the 6 speakers during the following test. The on-screen speaker graphics will show you which speaker should be emitting sound. This will help determine if your speakers are hooked up properly to your receiver or decoder.